Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 7 o'clock main news. In tonight's headlines, the Council of Ministers is briefed by the First Deputy Premier and Foreign Minister about the issues debated during the International Security Conference in Munich. Renewed clashes between the Libyan army and militia groups in Benghazi leaves nearly 24 people dead and many others wounded. Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas orders a wide national central committee to oversee the lodging of cases to the International Criminal Court. And Jordan says it carried out 56 airstrikes on the so-called IS militants group after the pilot's killing. His Highness the Emir, Sheikh Sabah Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah, received at Sif Palace today His Highness the Crown Prince, Sheikh Nawaf Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah. His Highness the Emir also received His Excellency the National Assembly Speaker Marzouk Ali Ghanem. His Highness the Emir then received His Highness Sheikh Jaber Al Mbarak Al Hamad Al Sabah, the Prime Minister. His Highness the Emir later received His Excellency the First Deputy Premier and Minister of Foreign Affairs, Sheikh Sabah Al Khalid Al Hamad Al Sabah. His Royal Highness Prince Charles, Prince of Wales, the heir apparent of the United Kingdom, and his accompanying delegation arrive in Kuwait tomorrow, Monday, the 9th of February 2015, on a two-day official visit. During his visit, His Royal Highness will hold official talks with His Highness the Emir, Sheikh Sabah Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah, and His Highness the Crown Prince, Sheikh Nawaf Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah, on bilateral relations between the two friendly countries and ways to further boost them in different fields. His Highness the Crown Prince Sheikh Nawaf Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah received at Sif Palace today His Excellency the National Assembly Speaker Marzouk Ali Ghanem. His Highness the Crown Prince also received His Highness Sheikh Jaber Al Mbarak Al Hamad Al Sabah, the Prime Minister. His Highness the Crown Prince later received His Excellency the First Deputy Premier and Minister of Foreign Affairs, Sheikh Sabah Al Khalid Al Hamad Al Sabah. His Highness the Crown Prince then received His Excellency the Deputy Premier and Minister of Interior, Sheikh Mohammed Al Khalid Al Hamad Al Sabah. His Highness the Crown Prince also received His Excellency the Deputy Premier and Minister of Defence, Sheikh Khalid Al Jarrah Al Sabah. His Highness the Crown Prince later received His Excellency the Deputy Premier and Minister of Commerce and Industry, Dr. Abdul Muhsin Mid'ij Al Mid'ij. His Highness the Crown Prince then received His Excellency the Minister of Information and Minister of State for Youth Affairs, Sheikh Salman Sabah Hissam Al-Hmoud Al Sabah, and His Excellency the Minister of State for Cabinet Affairs, Sheikh Mohammed Abdullah Mbarak Al Sabah. His Highness the Crown Prince also received His Excellency the Minister of State for Housing Affairs, Yasser Hassan Abul. His Highness the Crown Prince then received His Excellency the Minister of Health, Dr. Ali Saad Al-Abedi. National Assembly Speaker Marzouk Al-Ghanim presided today over a joint parliamentary meeting with a delegation from the World Bank, during which a number of subjects being handled by the bank in Kuwait. The meeting was attended by more than 20 House members and was headed on the World Bank side by the first Director of the International Governance, Mario Marcel, and the Director of the World Bank in Kuwait, Dr. Bassam Ramadan. The Council of Ministers was informed in its weekly meeting today under the chairmanship of His Highness Sheikh Jabir Al-Mbarak Al-Hamad Al-Subah, the Prime Minister, of the message sent to His Highness the Emir by His Majesty King Abdullah II bin Hussein of Jordan, in which he expressed his pride in the existing strong and historic relations between the two countries. The message also contained an invitation to His Highness the Emir to pay an official visit to the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan. In his briefing after the meeting, the Minister of State for Cabinet Affairs, Sheikh Mohammed Abdullah Mbarak Al-Subah, said the Cabinet welcomed the visit tomorrow by His Royal Highness Prince Charles, Prince of Wales, to Kuwait and wished him a happy stay in the country. The Minister of State for Cabinet Affairs added that the First Deputy Premier and Minister of Foreign Affairs, Sheikh Subah Khalid Al-Hamad Al-Subah, briefed the Cabinet on his recent tour to Senegal, Morocco, Spain and Germany, which was designed to bolster relations of cooperation between the State of Kuwait and those countries. During the tour, the latest developments in the region were also discussed and a number of agreements for mutual cooperation were signed. The First Deputy Premier and Minister of Foreign Affairs also briefed the meeting on the debate in the International Security Conference in Munich, Germany, which covered major security issues and their impact on the world. The Council of Ministers also adopted a draft decree appointing Barrak Ali Barrak El-Shittan as the Director General of the Public Authority of Miners. The Council of Ministers then discussed the National Assembly affairs and a number of political reports related to regional and international developments. The Minister of Information and Minister of State for Youth Affairs, Sheikh Salman Sabah Hissam Al-Hamoud Al-Sabah, received the First Deputy of the International Union of Motorcycles and Deputy Chairman of the International Union of Cars, Nasser bin Khalifa Al-Atiyah. The meeting was attended by Chairman and Director General of the Public Authority for Youth and Sports, Sheikh Ahmed Al-Mansour Al-Sabah. Sheikh Salman Al-Hamoud praised during the meeting the efforts being made by the International Union of Car Racing and expressed hope for greater cooperation with the State of Kuwait, especially as the sport enjoys the support of a wide base of fans and is popular among the Kuwaiti youth. People in Baghdad celebrated the lifting of a 12-year-old curfew in the Iraqi capital. The curfew was introduced as a security measure in the violent aftermath of the 2003 US-led invasion. Prime Minister Haider al-Abadi said he took the decision to help normalize life in Baghdad. It came despite a string of explosions in the capital, which killed at least 32 people. At least 23 people were killed and 69 others injured after clashes broke out between the Libyan army and militia groups in the African country's eastern city of Benghazi. Libya's Red Crescent organization managed to save 118 people trapped in southern Benghazi. Medical sources said violence has claimed the lives of 700 people in Benghazi over the past 4 months. Battles among the rival militants who had participated in the anti-Gaddafi uprising are mainly over the control of oil facilities in eastern Libya. Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas on Saturday ordered a wide national central committee to oversee the lodging of cases to the International Criminal Court. More in this report by Fatma Abdel Karim from Ramallah.
The Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas started this week by signing a decree forming a higher national committee to oversee the relationship of the State of Palestine with the International Criminal Court. The National Committee is with central jurisdiction mandated to prepare all that is needed to lodge cases against the Israeli government at the International Tribunal.
This is an important step on the track of coordination for lodging cases decided by the PLO's Executive Committee, which are the illegal settlement expansion and the Israeli aggression against our people in Gaza.
The committee, to be headed by Chief Negotiator Sa'ib Ariqat, includes almost all political factions, including Hamas, as well as academic, legal and human rights figures. The committee is believed to have much more strength, with both its legal and political ends in its composition.
This committee will help the decision-making process in the Palestinian situation towards the ICC. It also should take into consideration not to put any restrictions on the movement and actions that could be taken by the legal institutions regarding preparing files.
Following Palestine's accession into the ICC, the court had opened an initial investigation into possible war crimes by Israel last January. Its report is expected to be issued next March. The Palestinians are determined to take matters into the ICC and now, hoping to pressure the Israeli government as well as the international community to protect the international law. Fatma Abdelkarim, Kuwait TV, Ramallah, Palestine.
Jordanian fighter jets struck the so-called IS militant group's targets for a third straight day as the militants claimed that a Jordanian airstrike killed an American hostage remained unconfirmed. Jordan's Air Force chief said his country's jet fighters had conducted 56 raids in 3 days of intensified bombing, targeting a stronghold of IS militants group in northeast Syria. Jordan launched the raids to avenge the killing of a Jordanian pilot the IS group captured in Syria in December. Jordan, as well as other Arab countries, are members of the US-led coalition attacking the militants in their captured territory in Iraq and Syria. Tunisia has arrested 32 militants planning to attack major targets in the capital Tunis and other cities in the previous 3 days. According to Interior Ministry spokesman, counter-terrorism forces foiled plots to carry out spectacular attacks against vital installations, including the Interior Ministry, security stations and civilian buildings in the capital Tunis. Tunisian troops killed Tunisian and Algerian militants in Manshambi, near the Algerian border, and managed to arrest several terrorists who had returned from fighting in Syria. The number of Tunisians fighting in Syria has been estimated at about 3,000. A few hundred have returned to Tunisia and many have been tracked down and arrested. The International Relations Club, or the IRC, at the American University of Kuwait organized a 3-day event titled the Liberation Village Exposium. The aim of the Liberation Village 2015 is to be more involved in youth intelligence and production and to increase awareness about the international relations arena. Here is more on the event in this report by Salim Al-Kindari.
At the American University of Kuwait, AUK, organized a 3-day event titled the Liberation Village Exposium.
This is the annual Liberation Village Exposium. Last year we did the Liberation Village and it was very successful. This year we tried something new. We joined an exposium, a symposium and an exposition. So we made it into an exposium. There are so many booths, and this time we also tried something new. The booths are made out of tents, and we continue marketing for new businesses and helping other businesses come out. In the same way, we're having daily lectures throughout the 3 days.
This year we have the Liberation Village Exposium, which is a mixture between an expo and a symposium. We're bringing together 60 different businesses as well as 3 different seminars that affect Kuwaiti society. We decided to have another Liberation Village because the one last year was extremely successful. This year we did something different. It's about tents and crossing over between modernity as well as tradition.
The first day seminar titled The Effectiveness of Social Media on Kuwaiti Women. This event focuses on the different known social media bloggers in Kuwait and how effective are they on Kuwaiti women.
Our event today is about the impact of social media on the Kuwaiti women and how it would strengthen the position of the women in our community. We've had 4 of the most powerful and the ones that have the biggest impact on the Kuwaiti women role in Kuwait, such as these 4 bloggers, and hopefully it will give it will encourage and give the power to other women in Kuwait to to try to have more impact and be more powerful as women in our society.
Today we're going to have our 2nd annual event, the Liberation Village, which will take place today until next Tuesday from the 8th until the 10th of February from 11 a.m. till 7 p.m. And today we have a seminar at 2 p.m.
The Liberation Village Exposium is an event where everyone of all ages can enjoy and celebrate the liberation of Kuwait. From AUK, this is Salim Kendiri reporting for the English News.
Kuwait Stock Exchange closed today's session with the three key indices settling in the green zone. The price index climbed 55 points to 6,755, while the weighted index and the KSX 15 index gained respectively 1.4 and 4.41 points. The number of trades amounted to 6,743 transactions worth 26 million Kuwaiti dinars, with 330 million shares changing hands. For a chance to see our reports again, please visit our YouTube channel at MOI Kuwait News. And to recap tonight's news, here are the headlines once again. The Council of Ministers is briefed by the First Deputy Premier and Foreign Minister about the issues debated during the International Security Conference in Munich. Renewed clashes between the Libyan army and militia groups in Benghazi leaves nearly 24 people dead and many others wounded. Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas orders a wide national central committee to oversee the lodging of cases to the International Criminal Court. And Jordan says it carried out 56 airstrikes on the so-called IS militants group after the pilot's killing. Thank you for joining us.